Yo, all right. Here's another recap of the Academy of Creatives meeting that we just had. And we talked today, it was all about money mindset and sales. Because if you're building a business, if you want to turn your passion into income, well, sales and money mindset is a very big part, one of the biggest parts of this, right? So that's what we talked about today. And I'm super excited to give you this recap. So we started the topic with the idea of like being a good rich person, right? A lot of us, I think me included, might have grown up with the beliefs that rich people are rich because they're evil, because they take advantage of poor people, right? So we talked about what's the possibility and what is it like to be a good rich person, and we went on to talk about the the question was, what comes to mind when you hear the word sales, when it comes to sales? And some of the biggest words we heard was pushy and sleazy, right? So a lot of the times we have this idea that sales is sleazy or pushy. And so we talked about the reframing and the beliefs about sales and the beliefs about money as a general, and how to change your beliefs about money. Because again, your beliefs about money will control your business, will control your life. Especially when it comes to turning your passions into online income, which is what the Academy of Creatives is all about, right? So the mindset shift that one of our members offered is that sales is actually service, right? Sales is service. You're doing somebody a service. You're creating a win-win situation. You're helping somebody by offering your valuable and amazing products or services, right? It's not, you're not trying to be pushy or sleazy. And if it's not a good fit, it's not a good fit. You're not going to push them, right? But if they need what you have, then you're doing them a disservice if you don't do the best you can by selling them, right? Like, let's say with the example of my social anxiety, if somebody is really struggling with social anxiety and they need my help, I know I can help them. If I don't sell to them, if I don't market and sell to them because I'm afraid, or I'm shy, or I don't want to be a bad person because I have bad limiting beliefs about money, then they might not get the help. Or they might find somebody else who doesn't care as much, or who they might get stuck for the next 5 to 7 years. So I can save them 5 to 7 years of suffering if I sell to them properly, right? So that's the mindset shift that I went through as well. And this was a process. So we talked about a little bit about the process of how to change your beliefs about money. And the first step is to become aware of it, right? Become aware of the beliefs. And some of the things that you can do here is look at others, specifically look at other people, look at rich people, look at people who are making a lot of money. What is your first reaction? What is your immediate response? Is it, ugh, I hate that guy. Why do you hate him? Right? Or is it, oh, good for him? Or what is your first reaction when you look at people who make a lot of money? And that will give you some clues of what limiting beliefs or what beliefs you have about money. And then the second part is really great as well. This little piece, money story, is an exercise that you can dig out some of your limiting beliefs. And what you want to look at, you basically write out your life story with the perspective, with the focus of money. What did you learn about money? What did you hear about money? What kind of behaviors did you see your parents have with money? What did you learn from your parents about money that they didn't tell you, but you observed it? Very important stuff, very powerful stuff. You can write this out in your journal. That will help you develop more awareness about your beliefs. And then second step is, in my opinion especially, is model successful people, model rich people, right? And feed your mind with their beliefs, with their mindset. Okay, well, how do they think about money? How do they see money? How do they see sales? Just like you're doing right now. If you're still listening to this, sales is service, right? That's a mindset shift. That's a perspective shift that a lot of successful people in business have, and that's why they are successful, and that's why it works for them, right? So model and feed your mind with positive and empowering beliefs about money and about sales. And lastly, to really have that powerful spin, is to know your worth. Now, this is my take on knowing your worth, and it's all based on the idea of the marketplace, right? And of the global marketplace. We, as human beings, we are all equal as souls, as human beings, but we are not all equal to the marketplace. It's about the value that you can bring. And how do you determine value, or how do you understand value? It's not just about, oh, I decided I'm this valuable. In my opinion, and to be fully like aligned and with integrity, what I look at the ROI, right? And again, the ROI is with art or with creativity or with coaching or with videos or really whatever we are doing within this academy. There's different kinds of ROI, returns on the investment that they make. Even let's say a painting, right? A painting maybe is just a painting, right? But why do some people pay millions of dollars for like a specific painting, to have a painting on the wall? Well, because it gives them some sort of value. They get return on the investment. Maybe they get a status, right? They get some sort of feeling. Or maybe every time they look at the painting, they feel peace. And this painting gives me inner peace. Now, that painting that might give somebody full inner peace is way more valuable and is much more of a big investment. Like, how much would you pay for inner peace? For unstoppable, unending inner peace, how much would you pay? Would you pay 1,000? Would you pay 2,000? Would you pay 5,000? I mean, there's a lot of people out there who, have a lot of money, but they don't have a lot of peace. So they would pay a lot for a painting that gives them peace. As an example, right? So what is the ROI? What is the return on investment that they will be getting from purchasing that stuff, that product or service from you? And that can help you know your value, right? And then we segue a little bit about confidence versus competence, right? Because there's this dilemma of, okay, well, if I'm going to fully authentically sell something, then I have to be competent at it, but I can't be competent at it if if I haven't done it a bunch, and I can't be really confident if I'm not competent. And so it becomes this whole thing. And a lot of the times, some confidence has to come before competence. Or also, if you are really competent, you have to have confidence in selling it, right? So if you work on your confidence at the same time as you work on your competence separately, right? And some of the ways you work on your confidence is by working on your money beliefs, especially again in the framing of sales and money. And competence, you actually work on the specific product and service. So you make sure you develop really high quality, the best you can, right? And these two combined. But there's a lot of people who are really competent, really competent. They make amazing products and services, but they are not so confident in communicating it. And they are not so confident in selling it and in marketing and showing up on social media. And a lot of the times that's the trap that artists fall into and creatives fall into. Right? We might be amazing at the art part, but we are not so great at the marketing and sales because we lack that confidence, right? And so some of the ways that you can boost your confidence and also feel authentic with it is that you talk to your avatar as yourself, authentically and fully. And that means that you talk to your avatar as yourself, fully and authentically. So you can practice that and you show up like yourself. You use your expressions, you are fully expressive, you take up the space, and you talk to that specific person. And some of the way that you can do that, I wrote it down here as well. You find a topic that you know by heart. If you know something really well and you're really passionate about talking about that thing, that's what you can show up as yourself, as authentically as possible. And that's what you will boost your confidence. That's how you'll resonate with people better. And that's what will help you, again, be more authentic and confident in sales and with your money mindset. So I hope this is all making sense together. And as an exercise to stretch yourself a little bit, we talked about rejection therapy a little bit. And as a suggested exercise, we talked about asking for a discount at a coffee shop or something. So you get used to getting rejected and people still looking at you kind of weird when it's something related to money, and that can expand your money mindset itself. And lastly, go out and make those videos. What are your action plans? What are your action steps for the next week? And share in the group. make sure that you can make it to the meeting last time if you weren't able to make it. And I'm excited to see you. Let's do this.